Hello, everybody. So, as we all may see right here, the Sonic Racing Crossworld patch notes or balance patch is finally here. So, without further ado, let's go and see what is new in this patch. And so you see here Sonic Racing Crossworlds version 1.3.1 patch notes. So let's discuss each and one of those patches that they have done. So yeah, thank you for continued support of Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Today we're releasing patch version 1.3.1. In this update, we expanded the racing experience, improved online modes, and increased reward amounts. Thanks to an active online player base capable of supporting multiple matchmaking pools, we have changed the system so that you can play World Match even during festivals. This is already a W because, as you may know from the last patch, the last festivals, like during the last couple of festivals ago, you can't really play World Match. You can only play festivals. But now you can play World Match during festivals. So I think that's a really good change, dude, because now the players won't really have to participate in these festivals anymore. They can play world match now. So yeah, I think that's pretty much a good change here. And we appreciate all the players' feedback and patience, and we're happy to introduce the update for our dedicated Sonic Racing Crossroads community. In addition, we have put a renewed focus on rings. 8 new ring-related gadgets has been added alongside with the bonus ring frenzy mode. As you may know, the in our last video, I did talk about the 8 gadgets that are coming out, and I will get to that for a second because it's already been released. And also, we have a bonus ring frenzy mode. This is really interesting. So this is a frenzy mode. So we already have like the drift frenzy, the island, the boost frenzy, and the dash pedal frenzy. So now we have a new frenzy, which is really interesting. And we also have a new string of collaboration plans started stating with Mega Man, so please stay tuned. As you may know, the mysterious character is basically Mega Man. But also they did announce the other characters in the next month and for the May, basically for April or May, which I'm going to be discussing this in the new video, so not in this video. So yeah, please update your latest versions, blah blah blah. If we all play this platforms, you may update it. Modes updates. World Match can be now even be played during festivals. Already discussed that. Increase non-particular rewards in World Match and Legend competition by at least double. Now, this is a very good change because non-part tickets is really hard to get. And now because they increase the non-part tickets, it makes it easier to grind non-part tickets. First good change. Really good change. Update all modes except time trial with bonus ring frenzy and item box frenzy. Ooh. So not only we have the ring frenzy, we also have an item box frenzy. Really, really cool. We will look into that in a moment, but at least we have some new frenzies here. Increase maximum rating on World Match from 99999 to 1 million. So if you want to grind for this amount of points, now the max cap you can grind is 1 million. So yeah. And the content updates is added new gadgets that are being added, and yeah, it's basically a ring gadgets. And add a new frenzy mode, which is already been discussed already here. Added an Albert Sega Racing and Variety containing 8 classic Sega racing tracks. Okay. Added 5 collaboration decals including Joe Musashi, adding 30 decals from brand collaborations. And it's now possible to add a change button that triggers the ability of gadgets. So I guess this is like something like an inventory swap where because you need to click a button to change up. So I guess there's a change button, which is pretty good in my personal opinion. Now it is possible to disable rental plates by automatically equipping during festivals. Okay, that's a good change because normally during festivals you have to like you're being forced to use the rental plates, which some of the rental plates kind of sucks, but now because there's an option for you to disable that, so yeah, I think that's a really good change because now you can use your own build instead of like automatically just changing to the rental plate. So yeah, very good change. Other additions and adjustments. Balance adjustments are for races and gadgets. We'll go through that soon. Other adjustments, bug fixes and addition future live service data. Like desync? Probably desync? Did they fix desync? Probably. But more content update details. World Match Legend competitions. World Match can now be played during festivals. World Match. Okay, this has already been discussed now. I think these are all the tickets. So normally in World Match, if you get first place, you can only get 20. Now they increased to 40. When Legend competition, you can only earn 15. Now they increased to 70. Um, yeah, this is a very good change, man. Now you can now the makes the grind now it makes the grind for dumper tickets way more easier, which is, you know, really good in my personal opinion. Because I mean, like, why is it good? You may be asking. Because everything just costs too expensive. The friendships, the auras, everything you buy in this game is really expensive, so it requires you a lot of grind, which is kind of sucks. So at least they're making it now easier to grind tickets, which is a really good change. Added CPU strength based on differences in player skill. We have added new rules to make festival even more fun. So added new rules for making festivals more fun. I wonder what that's gonna be because we already have some. They probably may introduce more, which we will see about this once we get to the festivals. Add the adjusted CPU strength because I think that's a kind of a good change because especially if you're playing alone, you will be matched up with bots, the bots just kind of brings you down a little bit. Actually, it's a lot. They bring you down a lot. If you have like your only player in a four-player for team, and all of them are bots, they're just gonna bring you down. So I think adjust CPU strength in festivals is a really good change. New frenzy mode, added new frenzy mode, which ooh, okay. So this is 10 rings. Very interesting. I think this is very nice. An item box frenzy. Hmm. I think now there's a lot of frenzy modes now. So normally we only have three. Now we're gonna have five, which is very nice. And new content for music and decals, which is the Sega Racing and Varieties, the Sega Racing tracks, which is this one's. We'll, I'll have to take a look on how the sounds looks like because I've never really seen that before. But yeah, jukebox track, which is all this. Yeah, I won't be going through that. This is not really important. But now we have collaboration details like Musashi, Five Guys, For Chow. Oh, never mind. Okay, Funko Pop. I know that. And this brands, I guess that's just collaborations from these kind of brands. So yeah, pretty nice change. Pretty nice addition to the game. You know, gadgets, additions, and settings. I think this is definitely going to be the most important. So new set gadget button. The gadget button activates the effect of inventory swap, which I did say that before. Gadget and a new iron summon gadget. Okay, during a race when equipped. The option has been added to assign this button to key other than defaults. For example, on PlayStation, the button can be assigned to L1 or L3. So the item summoning gadget, what is that? We probably have to go to the new gadgets, I guess. And It seems that now you can add a gadget button because normally you only have inventory swap, and then now we have an item summon. So I think that's a pretty good change, especially if you're introducing a new gadget. So yeah, a new option for auto select where to play. I think we already know what that is. Very nice. And here we are, the new gadgets. So in my last video, I did speculate on what the gadgets were coming out, and out of all this, only only three of the gadgets here are correct, which is the summoning item box, the less is more, and the ring doubler. All this rest in my last video is all wrong. But you know what? It is what it is, bro. So yeah, we have summoning item box, Go Go Overchow, Champion Bounty, Root Planet Bounty, less is more, ring doubler, ring engine, and hyper ring engine. Which is yeah, very interesting gadgets. I will be testing it out in my other channel, which you guys can go check it out. Link is in the description. So yeah, and these are all of the gadgets in here. Oh, the following gadgets that were previously distributed as festival rewards can now be purchased now. So, so all these kits that is only limited to the festivals can now be obtained now, which pretty good, very good, especially for people who did not play the festivals. Now they can buy this kits now. And obviously, you're gonna have to go for the accelerated character kit and the withholder kit, which is both of them are really good. So yeah. And now for the big thing, the competitive balance adjustments. With version 1.3.1, we aim to expand tactical variety through gadget customization. We added new gadgets and adjusted existing gadgets to enable new places such as spending held rings as a resource and gaining benefits by intentionally no holding no rings. Along with this, we expanded green game gadgets to further support these new strategies, which is all this. In version 1.2, strategies involving continuously gaining invincibility from ultimate charge, hold up, has become dominant. So we shortened the invincibility duration. Let's fucking go, bro. This has been a problem for like months, bro. And they're finally making the change, bro. W's. Since the change risk making comeback strategies from lower position too strong, we also shortened the duration from the drill item. Ooh. So they're nerfing the drill. I mean, it says from lower positions is too strong, so we shortened the duration of the drill wheels when used for higher positions. Okay, that's a very good change. Especially for the people who would like to back a drill and they only use it for like high positions. I think this is definitely a good change. In addition, because strategy carry from 4 to 8 places at challenges, we strengthen collision boosts. Very interesting. I don't think anyone used collision boosts ever since like forever now because they strengthen collision boosts, which is probably maybe having a new meta on collision boosts. Probably. Which serves as a starting point for the tactical, more players of the ranks collision with other machines, gadgets with similar effects such as ring shift and speed drift were also intended to be more effective through these adjustments. Alright, so I guess they already explained it here, but I'm still gonna go through this. So all the collision boost, power machine kit, power character kit, which all of this contains collision boosts, they increase the duration of the boost. So their reason is previously collision boosts only give them a momentary speed boost and often fail to result in the moving races of their position, so we adjusted it to make more effective to overtaking other races. I think that's a really good change because collision boosts didn't really do that much like back then, but because of the buff, they may be pretty good now. They might make a comeback, which is very good. Now we have a crash pad. Crash pad is really interesting. Now triggers a ring having effect when hit by ring thief. Interesting. We might need to see how it works in the game. Ultimate Charge Handling Machine Kit. We all know the drill, bro. It's decrease the invincibility duration from 3 to 1.5 seconds. Very good. I would say, dude, very good, bro. Because especially since this meta build is just literally just ultimate charge spam, basically going invincibility like forever. This is a good change. This is definitely a good change. Now people will not be spamming most of the time, and now people will be probably timing their ultimate charge. And also with their defensive items like tornado, gonna they're gonna save the tornado for now instead of just spamming tornadoes, which is very good. Acceleration character kit. Remove mini Winky from this kit. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's gonna change anything because I thought they were gonna gonna change the ring gain boost to a mini ring gain boost, but now they are just removing the mini ring teeth, which is not really the problem of the kit, but yeah, so acceleration character kit is still gonna be good. And eventually swap the gadget UI will be now gray out when swap is not possible. Okay, very nice get. Very nice changes. And item adjustments. Because using the drill make it too easy to jump from first place. Okay, I think we know the changes from here, but it has been shortened when the player is in fourth place or higher. Very good change. Now people who use it in the final stretch, they won't be like full on drill into the finish line. The drill will just be disappeared. So yeah, very nice change. And yeah, we have the special item box have a low competitive value, so the lineup and appearance rate has been adjusted. Very good change here because special item box has been kind of been the most useless box despite being special. So we'll see how the probability of the special item box has been changed. So yeah, in some cases, item box frenzy mode make it harder to obtain items with adjust the box placements. I don't think this is necessary of a change, to be honest. I'm talking about this one, by the way. I forgot to highlight it, but I don't think this is a necessary of a change because now you're saying to make items easier to get, bro. But we might see a bit more item spams. That's all I can say. But this is definitely not ideal or not necessary. Online adjustments fix an issue and desync. Oh yes, bro, yes. Oh, dude, oh my God, I can. You have no idea how much I hate desync, bro. So, okay, fix an issue where desync caused by network connection be unfairly allow other players to steal item box. Okay, I don't know what's the reason for this. What the fuck is this? Okay, CPU races are too likely to be in the lead early race, affecting player-to-player interaction, so reducing the pace right after the start. This is not Okay, this not affects Grand Prix. It only affects the online. Team matches unless CPUs were sometimes too slow to put players at a disadvantage, so we increase the pace. This is very good change for team matches. Yeah, very good change for team matches. Powerful items have greater impact than attended team matches, so we drop the race with reduced King Bumbu. Okay, yeah, because if I just grind a lot of festivals and it got top 1000, I noticed that King Boom has been very common in festivals. So this kind of change would probably now be better. So very nice change. Super Team Boost made it too easy to return to the front, so reduced division when fall from first place was shortened to increase the advantage of running in the lead outside the front lap during the Super Series. Okay, not too sure what it means, but the team boost, that's why I know what it means. But I guess you're nerfing the team boost, which I guess that's also a very good change. And adjust the V and item box placed in the pack, village, and sky rule where there's not enough risk reward balances. Okay. Other adjustments expand the tile screen display for the upcoming festivals and legendary competition titles. Okay. Playing as Tangle, her tail could sometimes block the camera, so we adjusted the tail movement. That's very good change too. Epic Game Store version, this direct input controllers can now be used. Very good. Which I never use Epic Game Store, but I think that's very good for the people who really use Epic Game Store. In world matches, festivals, and legendary competition lobbies, fair play points will now be decreased if the player intentionally disconnects or closes the application. Okay, that's probably gonna be bad. Not gonna lie. Because I don't know whether if it's only in game or in a lobby where we are voting maps, but I guess now we're losing fair play points. Where I'll have to test this out later. Box fixes jukebox. I don't really care about that. Festivals fixed the issue where animations did not play correctly during a festival was when using AI racer skins. Okay, that's kind of random, but at least they're actually looking at that issue. Fix some intention designs for Hatsune Miku festival titles. Hmm. Okay. Legend competition fixer. Okay. Okay, legend competition fixed the issue where the grade up animation display before the actual required rating. Okay, that's a good change because I do see some issues like, oh, you have like 1849, but then they display like, oh, you got an error rating, but then when you saw your points is 1849, which does not make sense at all. So it's pretty unnecessary change, but I guess that's a very good change. Time trials, fixing an issue where achieving goal time identical down to the last three gadgets rank. Oh, interesting. Okay. Online issues, fixing collision where players machines cause excessive slowdown when pinned against a wall because okay, that's good. It's basically desync basically. So yeah, that's a good change. An issue where invincibility durations could appear longer than intended due to network issues was fixed by synchronizing. Basically desync again because they're fixing an issue where it appears longer. Yeah, pretty good change. Machines fix an issue where boost time machines did not bounce correctly. Fix an issue where being hit by an attack item while drifting or cause the machine to float too high. Okay. Like Aqua Forest probably. Frenzy time. Fix an issue where boost ending frenzy ending during another session we could result in not receiving an item. Huh? Okay. And some all causes fix here and warp ring gadget. Warping gadget when we're using a warping gadget it initially occurs when a player could perform major course shortcuts or jump several positions. This has been fixed in the current version with the fixed icon can be more reliably in offline play feature. They will continue because okay, they'll still remain yeah, they'll still remain unavailable yet, but will be available for like offline basically. So offline matches. So yeah. Current known issues in version 1.3.1 where the player will match his rank 1 and duplicate reward does not exist. It may appear the rank gauge. This will fix the feature update with apologize for inconvenience. Okay. We continue committed to keeping this game fun and fair and enjoyable for everyone. We continue to improve it based on your feedback. Thank you for playing Sonic with Crossworlds. Alright. This is a 20-minute patch right here. Probably gonna be the longest video ever. But I do have some opinions on this. So, okay, I'll just maintain it here. Yeah. Okay, so my opinions on this. I think this is a very good patch because they nerf UC, they fix all the issues, like decent issues, or like some some minor issues too. I think they fixed it too, which is very good change. I think that's a very good change. And they introduced new things like the boost, no, not boost frenzy, item frenzy or ring frenzy, and they introduced new gadgets too. I think that's very good. However, though, I do want to talk about which one? Okay, wait. I the one where it says like, oh, where you when you leave and then they'll just reduce the fair play points. So this one, okay, I can't really find it, but basically it says it's disconnected or close the application would reduce fair play points. So I do know some friends that is facing issues where it's like their application just crashes. So if their application crashes, would it still reduce the fair play points? Because if they still do, then that's kind of unfair, if you know what I mean, right? And now also because you're picking a map, and now if you leave that lobby, you get minus fair play points. Yeah, that's might be a bad change in my opinion, but yeah. Also, I also want to do talk that the item adjustments are only drilled. There's not other items like the rocket punch, the bomb, the tornado, the slices, the monster truck, which they are really much of a problem to the game. That is even being adjusted. Don't get me wrong, the drill, dude, is a very good change. But there could be more items that needs to be nerfed, to be honest with you. So yeah, but the special item box definitely is gonna be a good change. This one does not make sense at all. So yeah, overall, this changes is really good, I would say. But there could also be some really good improvements. But yeah, I'm pretty happy on this ultimate charge nerf right here, which is well deserved. And also the collision boost buff is also well deserved. And making all them available very good and introducing green gadgets very good. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop here for now and yeah, let me know in the comments below on how you think of this patch, whether if it's good or not. Or, feel free to let me know in the comments below on what you think about this patch. And yeah, guys, that's all gonna be for it today's videos. And yeah, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Peace out. Bye bye.